Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Our top stories: punches thrown. Emirates says London Heathrow is incompetent.
Yikes! And we'll also be talking about a family of 3 residing in Dubai who have tragically drowned in Oman over the Eid holidays.
Also, an update from the police. Stop posting your holiday stamps on the gram. If you could possibly imagine someone not doing that. For good reason.
I mean, that just sends shockwaves through my body. And we'll also be talking about a few events that'll give you the ultimate Dubai weekend vibes. What weekend plans for you, Casey?
What weekend plans for you, Simran? Did your voice just go up an octave when you asked me that? Why is that? Are you feel uncomfortable at something? What's going on?
Wow, that was deep.
My voice went up too, so maybe we're both uncomfortable.
What's happening this weekend?
Do you think, as people, you give tells when you're not being genuine? So right there, I felt uncomfortable. So my voice went, "What are you doing?" I don't know what I'm doing. What is your plan?
Yes, I think that happens.
Yeah.
Like when you, when someone goes like, do you think this guy likes me? And you're just like, yeah, for sure.
And then you look up and you're like, he really likes you. He's just not calling you because his dog is sick. But those, I think, are like the giveaway tells.
Exactly. There's always a giveaway tell.
You look up to the left, I think, to hide something because you're trying to think of your story, or you give too much eye contact.
Yeah. Ooh.
Too much eye contact is the stickler.
Okay, I'm a little worried about these. You know how much you can read a person's behavior?
Why are you worried?
That's worrisome. I don't know, like I feel like you can catch out lies.
Yes, it's possible, Simran.
Oh my God. Tell us more though. Other ways of catching lies?
Why are you so interested?
I feel like our audience is interested.
I feel like someone should like...
Casey spills the beans on how you can catch lies.
Okay, so when you're telling a lie, Simran, stop scratching your nose.
Okay.
Don't scratch your nose.
Don't scratch your nose.
That's a giveaway. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know any of this. Next.
If your voice changes, that's also a giveaway, according to the FBI. And also, if you look up or look sideways, it looks like you are looking for your story. However, because I'm aware of these, if I'm talking to someone, sometimes, and I'm a very, I believe, honest person. Like, I don't lie. I don't think I do.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm aware of these, so I'll always give too much eye contact to someone. Not lying.
And it's like, don't scratch your nose, don't.
Don't scratch your nose, don't scratch your nose, don't scratch your nose.
Scratching your
Fine. Do you think you give away your tells when you're not being totally honest?
I think there are people who purposely give away tells when they're not being honest because they want to be caught. You know, there are people like that. But I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I do it or not. But
Simran's never been caught. Let's jump into our top stories. Punches thrown. Emirates says London Heathrow is incompetent. Guys, get the popcorn out. Are you flying through Heathrow this summer? Because Emirates has your back. Basically, what's happened in the last couple of days, London Heathrow announced they wanted to limit passengers flying through their airport this summer in peak travel periods, and basically Emirates isn't having it. London Heathrow announced an unprecedented flight cap on the number of passengers to come through per day.
Now, the airport demanded airlines reduce their passengers and give airlines just 36 hours to comply. In total, the cap would limit passenger traffic to 100,000 per day, which according to Emirates represents a 50% plus daily passenger at the airport. Now, Emirates rejects this demand and gave us a glimmer of what goes on behind the scenes in a strongly worded press release.
Have you read it? I would get on to Lovin Dubai now because we can't go through all of it. But in terms of like behind the scenes, we're seeing start, middle and end of what happened. London Heathrow gave this announcement. So imagine an airport has, I'm going to make up a number, 1 million capacity. They've effectively cut that to 500,000 and they've given airlines 36 hours to comply. And after that 36 hours, they say they're going to take legal action. Emirates rejects this. Emirates is calling them incompetent. Emirates is basically saying they've plucked this figure out of thin air. They use these words. They said their communications not only dictated specific flights, and that we should, they said we should start throwing out passengers, and they've threatened legal action for non-compliance.
I mean, I don't see where Emirates is wrong with this. It's just like I'm surprised, first of all, that they are calling out Heathrow Airport, but all their points are so valid. Like, for example, basically, so in their statement, they wrote at London Heathrow Airport, our ground handling and catering staff, run by Donata, part of the Emirates Group, are fully ready and capable of handling our flights. So the crux of the issue lies with the central services and systems which are the responsibility of the airport operator. So blatantly saying like our people are competent for this, they're well equipped to handle the passenger traffic, but the airport staff isn't. The central airport operations just is not able to handle it. So you guys need to figure that out and not put it on the airlines.
Exactly. So they're saying we can handle it. They're also saying the signs for a busy travel period have been there. So what Emirates have been doing, they've been training pilots, they've been hiring. We saw the signals from Emirates in the last 2 months. They issued a statement, we talked about it yesterday, being like, book your flights because it's going to get busy.
Exactly.
They literally issued a statement to the public announcing this. And then they're basically saying London Heathrow is incompetent. They didn't choose to invest in time and now they're throwing it back on us. And they've also, what they've done in their statement, they've tugged on the heartstrings a little bit because obviously we're all traveling home. Maybe it's the first time you've been doing kind of the big long haul travel this summer via the UK, maybe not stopping in the UK, but you could be going onward bound or whatever. And they're basically saying, how could we possibly arrange this complex intricacy of pulling all of these flights? And then also all these people who've booked months in advance, how could we possibly do that?
That's so true. And I mean, I would say, both parties concerned need to, see where this went wrong, that went wrong. But in this, it's kind of, of course, like Emirates said, like you said, they had all this time. They knew well in advance what was coming, what was ahead of them for the summer holidays. The traffic they would expect, that too with people just wanting to come down, see family, visit, tourism, all of that. So it's something that should have been prepared for well in advance, which it wasn't. Well,
what Heathrow has said is that they had apparently looked to airlines to make a plan. I don't have the full details of was it contracts or what was asked, or if they got together in a room, maybe had some lunch, let's make a plan, guys, who knows what happened. But they said they looked to airlines to make a plan over the last couple of months. Nothing concrete was formed, and now it's led to this. 36 hours to comply, that's the crazy, that shows lack of planning.
Very true.
If Heathrow is freaking out, one of the world's busiest airports is freaking out, don't give airlines 36 hours to comply with that, considering the complexity of the situation. Emirates, there's a lot going on behind the scenes in terms of managing, but they just said it's adding to the capacity. 70% of our customers are going beyond. It's not just moving one person's flights. It's it would be changing the whole system, and it would just be impossible. They're rejecting it. They're saying no. They're saying their flights are going to continue. So it will be very, very interesting to see how this plays out.
I am worried for the passengers. I just hope, how Heathrow has been having so many issues in the last couple of weeks, passengers getting stuck, baggage issues, all of that. So I just hope it's not another thing for passengers. Okay, fine, our flight made it, and now what? But I am sure they'll have to plan for hours and hours of waiting at the airport, because even when it's not peak period at Heathrow, you still have to wait for hours just at immigration itself. So maybe you haven't faced that, but us normal people have.
Well, the reason Heathrow made this shock announcement was because they said that since post-COVID, there was due to staff shortages, the service levels were going down, so queues were getting bigger, so they had to introduce this. But Emirates is well, we got our ducks in order, why couldn't you? And they've gone even further, and they're shareholders, scrutinize this decision because we are one of your, in general, it's gonna mess up the friendship. But obviously one of the world's biggest and best airlines, one of the world's busiest airports. Let's see.
Well, let's see how this plays out, like Casey said. But we move on to our next story. A family of 3 residing in Dubai tragically drowned in Oman over the Eid holidays. Now, the Eid holidays turned very tragic for the Dubai-based family of 3 after strong tides swept away all of the family members at a beach in Salalah, Oman. Now, the family lived in Dubai and traveled to Oman by road to celebrate the Eid al-Adha holidays, and originally from Maharashtra, India. 42-year-old Sashikant Mohammed and 9-year-old daughter Shruti and his 6-year-old son Shreyas were involved in a heartbreaking beach incident in the Gulf of Oman, the northwest arm of the Arabian Sea, that occurred on Sunday, 10th July.
it's very difficult for us to share this story because we're aware of just what a tragedy this is for the family. Search and rescue operations carried out by the Royal Oman Police were able to recover the bodies of Shashikant and his son Shiraz. However, their 9-year-old daughter Shruti is still missing. So what's happening at the moment, rescuers are extensively searching for the young girl, and we are praying that she is found.
Exactly, and according to the Royal Oman Police, a total of 5 tourists are feared dead as a result of this incident. And of course, our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the victims involved. Yeah,
I think as we go into the weekend, it's worth thinking of the family, and our thoughts and prayers, especially from Lovin Dubai, are fully and wholly with their friends at this time. We shall move on. Our next story is a message to anyone who's going away on their vacation, on their holidays, and the message is stop posting your holiday snaps on Instagram. I mean, Instagram would go out of business, but there's a good reason for this. It's actually a message from Dubai Police and Abu Dhabi Police, and in as many words, they've basically issued a statement for anyone traveling this summer. Posting your holiday pictures could actually lead to a break-in in your home. I get it. The announcement comes after an influencer reported a break-in after they shared snaps and also their travel dates on the gram.
Travel dates, ooh, that's a tricky one. But I mean, if you stay in a villa, do get cameras, security cameras. But yeah, Abu Dhabi Police commented, be sure not to share any information about your travel on social media so as not to expose your home to robbery during your absence. Now think about it. If you share your holiday deeds, you're announcing your home is empty, and that is so true. Never thought about it that way. But yeah, of course, dates is one thing like you wouldn't want to like share publicly. You shouldn't be sharing publicly.
But it's not even dates. It's like, how many people, can you answer this? If you were going on holidays, are you going to share a picture at the airport of like a little glass of something, your passport, your luggage, 2 weeks off, my alarms for work? Like, that's so standard. Like, I'd love to know how many photos of those are shared.
Literally.
And if you are someone with a following who shares their life, so for example, like I can think of 20 influencers I follow on Instagram. I know their home lives. Like, I know if they share a home with someone nearly. Like, I can pinpoint 2 or 3 people that I'm pretty sure live alone because like I've seen their wardrobes. I've seen their living room situation. Like, there may be something I don't know. So if they're going on holidays and you see and they're like, oh, I'm doing like London, Paris, France, you're like, off with you. But if I was a non-genuine person and I wanted to break into their house, that would be the time to do it.
You're right. And I mean, you're right. I just don't know anyone. Like, why would you go on a holiday if you're not going to post on Instagram? Like, I would go on a holiday just to post on Instagram. So I find this so tricky.
You wouldn't.
I swear I would. Literally, like, I would plan a leave, a vacation, a holiday off to a destination only for the Instagram pictures.
Simran, okay. Let me understand why.
I like pictures. It's very simple. There's nothing more intricate to it. It's just like I like pictures and I would want to post. And you know, like I was on a rampage when I went on my solo trip and when I went to India, like I posted non-stop, like every 2 seconds I was posting something. So I mean, that's why I would want to go on a vacation, you know, just like to post, live my best Instagram life.
No. The reason I can't agree with this is because Simran went on a solo trip and she shared all these amazing things. But what you shared about your trip was like the classic Instagram, like, I found myself. I really agree. Like, as though you were like, oh, you know, like living your best life outside of social media. That was all a complete lie. If you're just doing it for the gram.
No, I wasn't doing it for the, like, obviously, you know, you go. Listen, it's a mix of the two.
Let's go and find.
No, leave it alone now. Okay, you guys, but of course,
Simran has been blocked anyway. Found it. Cue travel music.
You have to press the unmute button.
Oh my god. So. I just realized we could have played for 6 seconds. Hillside stations in India are what dreams are made of. Hear your heartbeat. And that of nature unite. Because you... Only because you just said hear the heartbeat of nature, and I'm just wondering how can you get the nature and the Instagram?
But the point is like, yeah, I like posting videos and pictures of my holiday travels. So it's.
I get that, and I do too. A little bit of a humble brag, but it's to choose the destination based on the Instagram that I was having issues with.
No, not based on Instagram. It's based on where you want to go, what I want to do. But then obviously when I'm there, I would want to post the pictures. That being said, the Dubai police and Abu Dhabi police, like of course the UAE authorities alerting us like of this very, I mean, you wouldn't really think of this, of, you know, like, oh, I'm traveling and my house is going to be, you know, like unattended to, anyone can break in. So that's a good thing to have on the back of your mind anytime you post something on social media.
Facts.
So many stalkers, and that too, like we've heard horrible stories of just like workers and all those things, like, you know, people knowing the schedules of the person living in the house, and then they break in when they're not at home, and all these things happen. So do be careful.
A little tip from me to you. There's this camera called Easy Viz. You can get it on Amazon for probably about 100 dirham, and you can connect it to your phone, and it is a game changer if you have an animal that you want to, like, maybe, I don't know if it works for kids. It's probably the same. But like it tracks the little doggy around the house. It's great.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
But don't leave your doggy alone if you're traveling. Doggy daycare centers. No, that's what they call doggy daycare centers. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of doggy daycare, we just spoke about a new one that's opened in Al Quoz. Their name is Zoomies.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just opened in Al Quoz. It's this huge facility. It's meant to be state of the art. So if you're looking for doggy daycare this weekend, head to Zoomies.
Zoomies.
Doggies get the Zoomies.
Oh, cute. Oh, love dogs. Anyway, you guys, a few events. I'll give you the ultimate Dubai weekend vibes. Now, the long Eid weekend was fab. Fab.
All our pictures are on Instagram if you want to check them out.
Yours aren't.
I did. I shared some.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I need to see, I need to stalk. But we need to move on from the Eid holidays, of course, because now that's over and we, of course, you know, move on with life. And that being said, partying does not need to stop. And here are a few cool spots that are bound to help you vibe this weekend. So this is a fun one. The UK's favorite garage band, Garage Nation, is hitting the town with some of its funky vibes on Saturday, 16th of July at P7 at the Media One Hotel.
Media One is always a vibe. If you want to do something a little bit different, go on a paw-adorable walk. For the usual desert doggy walk, this is by Stray Dog Centre. They're doing it on Saturday and Sunday, so you can bring stray dogs for walks. I actually think you can give a little donation as well to help them keep going.
Oh my God, I want to check this out. Walking dogs, oh, as long as they don't bite. Now, you can also, for kids, there's something to do with kids. Imar Entertainment has 2 words for you. Summer camps. Taking place at Dubai Ice Rink Skating, Adventure Park, and Dig It at Spring Souk. So you can head on to Imar's Instagram and you'll find more information there.
They're also always amazing for kids this summer. And finally, level up your dining game with more cravings by Marriott Bonvoy until end of September 2022. Get those discounts, get those deals, and treat yourself to some foodie adventures across the city. Also, what are you doing? Let us know. Give us some inspiration.
Ooh, you can head to the fountains as well. Like we mentioned yesterday, they're the top fountains in the world, the Dubai fountain.
Second.
And the Palm Jumeirah. Oh yeah, the top.
Just to be like accurate as according to the study, yes. I would say top.
Right, for us it's the top.
I'd say top.
No fountain speed.
I'm going to be brushing up on my Arabic because apparently yesterday we pronounced the word for food wrong.
Akhil.
So do you think today we need to work on our pronunciation?
No.
Okay. Akhil.
I feel like that's a dangerous territory that I don't want to get into.
The pronunciation?
Yeah.
Oh, I butcher words and names day in, day out, and I apologize. But
We apologize.
Akhil.
Do you guys want to speak in the monitor? Akhil. No, Shahir, Ali, do the pronunciation. Okay, Akhil. Okay, we got it.
So do we have the word for holiday? Oh, we already have it. It's ijaza. Ijaza.
Yep.
Okay, Arabic word of the day, by the way, to give you a little quick rundown. If this is your first morning ever with us, if it is, what have you been doing? Tune us in every morning at 8:30. But at the end of the show, we try and learn Arabic 1 word at a time. We genuinely want to start using more words in our day-to-day life, and we just think like 1 word at a time. It's proving more difficult than we thought.
Yeah, it really is. But the 1 word that you've really, like, I think will stick with you forever is bruhe.
Yeah.
No? Bruhe.
Yeah.
That's your takeaway from
It means
this.
alone. Because it's basically I'm
Alone.
like shading you.
I think we should learn together, because, you know, like, if we say bruhe too much, we might manifest that. And we don't want that. We want to manifest togetherness.
Okay. What's together, Ali? Actually, together is a great word for a sentence.
Yeah, together. Together alone. Alone
Now,
together.
Ali, can you give us...
Bow.
What?
It's 2 words.
Never mind.
No, we got it.
What is it?
Okay, the word for together is... Maha bow. Bob. Bob.
Bab.
Smashed it? Oh. Can they hear you? Because I feel like I'm just making...
They can.
Okay. Maha baub.
Ma'a.
Ma'a.
Okay,
Ma'a.
Ma'a.
Ba.
Ba. A.
B.
B.
D.
B.
No. Yeah, D.
D. D.
D.
D.
Yeah, like D. H. D-U-G-H.
D. Dad.
Maha baud.
Bow.
Baad.
Ma baud.
So instead of D, bow, you do ba. You put your tongue on your upper teeth. Ba.
Maha vowed. Why? You go.
No.
I want to spend our ijaza maha baud.
She got it, right? She got it.
Woo! Now you go, sentence.
Okay, I'll learn the word first. So ma'a baud. Bad.
Yes.
Ma'a bad.
Yes.
Ma'a bad. Let's be bruhe mahabad.
This ijaza.
Oh! Yes!
We just...
Nailed it! Nailed it!
If you have a word you would like us to learn, please
In
let
your
us know.
sayara.
In your sayara. Do you have a Jamila sayara? Because sayaras are very Galia.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You know, you should do a full news segment with just these Arabic words.
It's because I'm down with the shabub.
No, what?
Shabab, I'm down with the shabab.
Okay. Yes, you are. Yes. What is shabab? Like down with the youth?
The young people.
Yes, you are. Yes. Word. No cap.
Oh, we need to learn that next time.
No cap.
Yeah.
In Arabic?
Yeah. I think that's it for us on the show today.
That's it for you guys as well. We're sorry. Apologize.
But if you want to watch the show, remember it's also available on IGTV later on today, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which I just said, YouTube, and in podcast format.
Podcast formats. That means all the podcast formats that you can think of. Apple. I thought you say the next one. Anchor.
Spotify. Angami.
Angami.
And Podio,
And
our
Podio.
favorite one. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We'll catch you on Monday morning. Have a brilliant weekend and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.